Morning, Jay. Take us through the background to this report.
Well, John Durham was appointed by former Attorney General Bill Barr in 2019, shortly after Robert Mueller delivered his report into ties between Donald Trump's 2016 campaign and Russia. Now, that report found that Russia did help Donald Trump's campaign, but he did not find any evidence of a criminal conspiracy. And so Mr Durham was essentially appointed to investigate the investigators. He has focused on the early stages of the FBI's probe, which was known as Crossfire Hurricane, and that was launched after the FBI learned that Australia's then High Commissioner to the UK, Alexander Downer, had been told by a Trump campaign advisor that Russia had information that could be damaging to Hillary Clinton's campaign, who at the time was Mr Trump's political rival. Now, John Durham writes in this report that the FBI should have looked into that tip, but he argues that a full investigation was launched before the Australians involved were either interviewed or had any preliminary discussions with those diplomats, or before discussions were had with that Trump campaign advisor. He also argues that US intelligence and law enforcement did not possess any actual evidence of collusion before launching this investigation, and he argues that the FBI treated this probe differently to other politically sensitive matters, including those involving Hillary Clinton.
What happens next then?
Well, the FBI says that it's already made dozens of changes in this area in response to an earlier review that was carried out, and John Durham hasn't recommended any major policy shifts for the agency. He also hasn't recommended any further charges. Donald Trump had previously claimed that this investigation would uncover the crime of the century, but it has resulted in 3 prosecutions, and 2 of those people have been acquitted. Nonetheless, Donald Trump has welcomed this final report today. He argues that it shows that the investigation never should have been launched in the first place. And this is unlikely to be the last time that we hear from John Durham. He's been invited by Republicans to testify in Congress next week.